Hello everyone, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is my monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my beautiful Virgos, for February 2018. So it's for you, my beautiful Virgos, for February 2018. What a crazy month we are about to have. I cannot stress enough how important this month is going to be for you, my beautiful Virgos, for so many different things. We have got huge things happening, from like emotions, from love, from you know, going from a square number 1 to square number 2, from the actual career, about the finances, about the new things about to start happening, unfolding for us. This is absolutely brilliant. This is the month of unfoldment. This is the month of making the right decisions. This is the month of finally moving on. This is the month of finally finding yourself in this world. I'm not saying that you didn't find yourself in this world, but it's a lot that is going to happen that is just going to spiritually, literally rejuvenate you, and it's going to have an absolutely amazing healing effect on all of us, because it's just going to fill us with so much positivity, positive energy and power, and there's so many things that are just going to come out of it. Just remember what I said, you know, about having lots of door around us. Sometimes lots of door around us are really locked, and there are lots of reasons why they're locked, you see. And sometimes we can maybe think in a slightly negative way about the certain things about our future, and then we just block these things from happening. This is normal, and this does happen sometimes, and this has been happening for Virgos for a while. And now there are lots of doors that are going to be opened by the end of February, and it is going to be very interesting. It is going to be very powerful, and it is going to be probably one of the most significant months in this year for you, my gorgeous Virgos. Let me just start with the actual number. Come on, you have number 8. Number 8 again is one of the most powerful numbers, most positive numbers. Number 8 is all about you finally finding yourself on the right direction, with new things in life, with new options in life, with new choices in life. And also number 8 means that there is going to be a realization that you are going to have about your work, about your career, about what you have done so far. This is just going to work out. Everything is just going to start making sense. But the bottom line here is that you're just going to end up with more responsibility, with a more brand new directions when it comes to your career, when it comes to your finances, and you're gonna like it, and this is gonna be the actual step in the right direction. And this is what number 8 means. Not only that, career-wise, money-wise, the things and materialistically, you know, things are going to start improving like a lot. But also on another hand, you are going to end up with more work. For example, if you're working for the company, if you work for somebody else, you know, you are going to end up with more work. So therefore, this is going to be the step in the new direction. If you're self-employed, for example, you're also going to be you're going to become quite busy, but you're really going to enjoy it. And there is a really beautiful spiritual experience that you're going to have through that. And that's why this is so important. And also if you're at the college, university, you see, this is going to be the realization, very important realization, where you are, what are you doing. You're gonna start feeling very strongly about it. I'm not saying you didn't feel before, but if there were any uncertainties you had, these uncertainties will start making sense now. However, you will end up with something additional. You will end up with a new way. You will end up with a new journey. You will end up with a new energy in your life that is just going to make you not feel really positive about your future, but it's just automatically, in general, it's just going to put a big smile on your face, and it's just going to be really good, because the things that have been clouded, you know, the mist that could have been around, you will be able to see beyond that now, and it's all going to make sense. Number 8 also means that financially you're going to do really well, and there is going to be a financial opportunity for you this month. This is very important for those of of you that are looking for a job, that are looking for work. Maybe you're unemployed and things like that. So expect something very important to come through, and it is going to require lots of your energy in order to take this on, which means that there's a big new learning experience going to come through with this, but you're going to like it and you're going to be very committed to this. And that's why I'm so excited, because I can see what an influence this is going to have, what an impact this is going to have on all of you. February is the time when the things are going to be shaped up for us Virgos, and it's going to be brilliant. We need a little bit shake, and this is going to be the most certainly one of the best shakes ever. Okay, when it comes to the health, you see, when it comes to the actual health, again, I see the problem when it comes to digestion. This is not the first time, and I keep on seeing this, and sometimes it does happen, you see, sometimes it stays there for a while. When it comes to you, my beautiful Virgos, I can see the digestion problems again, and these particular digestion problems that I'm seeing, it's just like a slightly negative energy around your tummy, around your stomach, around your digestive area, which means just make sure you eat healthy food, make sure you eat correctly, make sure you avoid sugar, make sure you avoid like fats and like basically bad food, chemicals and things like that. Try to have the right diet. Perhaps you need to take something out of your diet, or perhaps you need to bring something into your diet. You see, maybe you're healthy, but maybe you haven't got enough of like varieties in your diet. It all depends. And also make sure that you've got a perfect diet if you can, all natural if you can, and also make sure that you have like that you're drinking water and things like that. On another hand, that you drink water rather than some chemicals and things like that, you know, that's what I meant. Just the pure water is the best ever. Okay. And on another hand, when it comes to health also, I want to say that the energy levels are not going to be at the best. The energy levels are not going to be really bad, but they're not going to be the best, you see. So what am I trying to say now? That I see that basically you will be working, let's say you have an 8-hour day. Let's say you go to work, it's 8-hour day, 8-hour work, you know, day, blah, blah, blah. And then instead of being fully like energetic, the whole 8 hours, the whole 9 hours, the whole 7 hours, you see, you will start maybe losing energy a little tiny bit, you know, after 5 or 6 hours of work and things like that. Maybe you will start feeling that your energy is just going a bit quicker, a bit sooner. That's all. And that will be happening throughout the months of February. And the reason why this happens is because purely we have these certain energies around our signs, but also there will be a lot happening when it comes to your work, and you will be making, when it comes to your work, not only, but when it comes to making a really big life changes, there are really big changes that you will be making this month. And that's why this is all going to have a direct impact on you and in your energy levels. You will be thinking a lot, which is going to make you a little bit tired at the end of the day. But because there are lots of things going to be happening, you will be barely noticing this. And you know what can I tell you for like a tiredness and things like that? Of course, I've got a thing for sugar because I don't really like sugar. So I always recommend honey because it's just so much better for energy levels. But if you can't have a honey, for example, it's also, if you don't want to have a honey, or if you can't have a honey and things like that, then also like a nuts, peanuts, walnuts, any type of nuts are absolutely brilliant when it comes to our energy levels. Nuts are probably one of the best things. So just have nuts, eat nuts throughout February 2018, and you will see how much it's actually improved. It will improve your energy levels like there is no tomorrow. I always eat nuts. Yeah, that's what I'm nuts probably. No, I'm joking. Okay, so now let's go to the 2nd of February. Why is the 2nd of February going to be so important? My goodness, this is when it's all going to start for you, Virgo. The 2nd of February is like almost like a sacred day, powerful day, beautiful day, important day. The 2nd of February, it's just going to seem like you're in some kind of a dream. It is going to seem like you're in some kind of different reality. This is because perhaps you are going to be in some kind of different dimension, some kind of different reality, because not only you will have a good news on this particular day about your work, about what you have done, about what you have been focusing on. There is a very good news going to be on this day, what you were focusing on, what was playing on your mind, what was on your mind a lot. You see, that's the one thing. The second thing why this day is going to be so powerful, because it's just not only this is going to be like a different dimension, not only that this is going to seem like so interesting the whole day, just like a dream. You are about to have a big turnaround on the 2nd of February. This is your line basically. On the 2nd of February you are literally about to cross the line from one dimension to another dimension. On the 2nd of February 2018, I cannot stress enough how important this day is going to be. You may not even realize this. You may even realize this a few days later, you know, but this is an important day because there is an invisible line that you are going to cross, and that line is going to be probably one of the most important things that could have happened to you, to us Virgos, in the last I don't know how many years, because after that moment, after that point, there is determination that we will have, that you will have, that maybe that determination wasn't as active as it should be, wasn't as obvious as it should be. Maybe you didn't feel this determination. You really down at the back of your mind, you know, you knew at what you were doing, you know what you want to do, but there is just something that is blocking you from being completely happy, something that is blocking you from being completely ecstatic, something that is blocking you from being completely happy and feeling your energy, feeling your happiness, feeling your dimension, feeling your love. It is a healing day that is going to have an absolutely amazing impact on you, which is going to leave you with the best determination you had in a long time. And out of that determination, there is the whole new initiative going to come, which is going to turn into a whole new strength, into a whole new power, into a whole new force. Absolutely brilliant. It is a success that you will realize that you are going to have either on this day, either from this day, or either it is just going to be like the actual realization of what exactly you're gonna do, and you're gonna feel so optimistic about this that is literally going to change your life. Okay, literally Virgos, I'm so happy. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, beautiful light, just like a sunlight. Literally. The second important day is going to be on the 12th of February 2018. The 12th of February is going to be also important because you're going to realize somebody very ugly ugly side to someone. Someone is going to disappoint you. Someone is going to bring you down a little bit. Somebody is going to disappoint you, and basically what's going to happen, it is going to come in the form of somebody trying to be greedy. Somebody will try to maybe a little bit use you, and you will see little mask is going to fall. And the mask, you know, was a very smiley but very strange mask that this person had. The mask was very smiley, very nice, but you just knew that there was something not quite right, and then the mask was smiling until the time the mask just fell off and disappear, and now you see the person behind this mask, and what you see is what you felt deep down. What you see is what you didn't like. What you see is what you kind of felt, you know, with your own intuition, and you're not gonna like, because it's all about someone is a little bit greedy, and you're not gonna like it. And you know what, my beautiful Virgos, this is life, you know, and there are going to be really strange situations, really strange people throughout our lives, and we are going to be disappointed, unfortunately, with people throughout our life, and this is all part of our own personal spiritual journey, because we all learn a lesson from this, and there is a lesson to be learned. You know why? Because this is very closely going to be connected to your destiny. Okay, so this is an important realization, important time, and this is going to have a really big impact on your life, believe me or not, because after this moment, after this point, there is the whole, like a kind of turning point that you are going to have. So it's a first destiny, fortune, and an amazing outcome that is just going to hit you really nicely, and something you wanted to do in a long time. Make that step you wanted to do in a long time. Move on, you know, from a square number 1 to square number 2. What was driving you mad for a long time? What was making you unhappy for a long time? You don't need to do things in your life that are making you unhappy. Okay, so basically this is why this is going to be so important, because it's also going to bring a big end to a big problem indeed. The third important day, my my beautiful Virgos, it's going to be on the 26th of February. Now, the 26th of February is probably the best, also apart from the 2nd of February. 26th of February is also quite remarkable day indeed, because what you're going to realize on the 26th of February, it's the fact that there is going to be again the situation that is just a financial situation is going to really start improving in this moment, at this point. I'm not saying that your financial situation is bad or anything like that, but the most certain there is something very positive going to happen here, and the realization that you're going to have is that you're going to feel very safe spiritually and materialistically, and this is going to be a very powerful day because you will be able to relax and you will be able to move on. And especially if you are planning something and you needed money for something, to go somewhere, to do something really big, the 26th of February is going to be so important because you will have this realization when you will finally be able to use this money or to make that big move that you wanted to make, you know, to do this big thing, big change in your life, but you just couldn't do because of the money. And automatically at the same time you're going to realize that this is something that you really have to do because it's going to be really it's going to make a huge impact on your personal spiritual balance, and you will know that this is the right thing to do. And that's why the 26th of February is just so important, like there is no tomorrow. Another thing that I was going to say, the 26th of February also very important because there is a very important opportunity that you are going to have. Some of you will have like will end up with more work when it comes to your you know, career, when it comes to your job, you know. Some of you are going to get some kind of like a proposition. However, it is going to be a step in the right direction. You're going to end up with more responsibilities, more money, financial situation. It's also going to be much better after this moment, after this point. Very important for those of you that want a promotion and things like that. And also very important for those of you that are looking for a job. This is also a very significant day if you are looking for a job, okay? Because there is something very interesting going to come to, of course it's going to come through as a big learning experience. And what else I was going to say, black obsidian, I highly recommend to get black obsidian. This is a beautiful crystals, come with the sterling silver setting and come with the sterling silver chain. And black obsidian is probably one of the most powerful things when it actually comes to protect yourself against all sorts of negative energies. And because I'm seeing that there is going to be somebody on the 12th of February that is just, you're going to realize this, you see. And this, sometimes when we realize these things, you know, these people can be quite negative, their energies can be negative and they can have a negative impact on us. And that's why you get like a black obsidian, which helps you to protect yourselves against all sorts of negative energy. And my crystals you can get on my store, and the link is in the actual description. Now, the first part of February, you're just like a very emotional time. It's actually going to be the first part of February. You will kind of want to see, you will be thinking about your love, you'll be thinking about your love life, you'll be thinking about your emotions, whether you're happy where you are, whether you're happy with your partner, husband, wife. It is going to be like the time when you're gonna feel like maybe some of you will actually want to have a really big and really important conversation with your partner, husband, wife, because there's a certain problem that is going to come through. For those of you that are in relationship, and I can see that you will be working on a certain problem, there is some kind of unsatisfaction that I'm seeing maybe when it comes to Virgos in relationship at the moment in February, that you will want to kind of discuss, that you will want to kind of work on. And also it is very what else is going to happen, that there is going to be the situation, what is going to happen at work, and it is going to make you feel really positive about yourself. It's going to make you feel really positive. Somebody's going to tell you something and it's just going to put a really big smile on your face, and it's going to make you feel really positive, and it is going to give you strength to carry on. This is important for those of you that haven't been happy in your working situation and things like that, that you didn't receive enough praise and things like that. Well, expect this to kind of happen now. Expect this to change, okay? And also you will be focusing on your house, or you will be focusing on your home. You will want to make a certain changes. You will want to spiritually like have an impact on your home. You will maybe want to smudge your home and things like that using a dry sage. You know, you can walk around the home, you close all the windows. You know, this is how I do it personally. I close all the windows, then I light this, and obviously it's a smoke, a dry sage. Then I walk into every single room in the house. I make sure every single corner I went to, and then I go absolutely everywhere, and at the end I open the windows, and as I open the window in every single room, then all this smoke goes out. As the smoke goes out, all the negative energies are going out. Any negative entities that could have been left in my house for whichever reason, then they just go away with smudging. And just concentrating like spiritually on your home. This is what I think that is going to be very, very interesting. Also, there is the certain competition that you are going to have at the beginning of February. There's a certain competition that you're going to become aware of and that you weren't aware of before, and you will be kind of a little bit worried when you hear about this particular competition. You will be worried when you hear like when you realize that you're part of this competition without you even realizing. But then again, on another hand, that is going to give you the whole new hope, the whole new prospect, and it's going to make you a little bit worried, but it's also going to be connected to the time that was making you a little bit down, that was making you feel a little bit low, and a certain fear from moving on from the certain situation. You know, better the devil you know type of thing. You know what they say, you know, rather to stay something that you know completely off than going to try to do something new. Well, I completely disagree, you see, and this is complete point. You have to keep on doing new things in life. You have to keep on changing things in life. If you feel unhappy, just move on and try something new. And this is exactly what's going to happen, because this is going to have an enlightening effect on you, beautiful effect on you, and it's the whole new beginning that is going to be connected to this situation after this moment onwards. Absolutely fantastic. You are going to start feeling your own accomplishment and literally the worldly power. The mid part 2018 February, there's the family member that is going to have a really good news as well, and that family member is just going to absolutely put a big smile on your face, because you were worrying about this, you were worrying about this family member, and now you're going to hear really good news about them. So that's absolutely brilliant. And also the second part of February, there is going to be a reason for celebration as well. There's a good news that you are going to have. It's going to be reason for celebration, and that reason for celebration is going to be connected to you making a really big decision. This is very big, this is very important, this is very positive, and this is very powerful, because your friends, your best friends, and your best family members, your family members, people who love you to bits, they know how much this means to you. They know how much unhappy you were with a certain part of your life. This is really personal, and now they will support you completely with you wanting to make a big change when it comes to something really personal. They wanted you to do this change. They really wanted you to do this change. The people who love you so much badly, and you will. And this is the reason for celebration, because this is going to have an amazing impact on you, because after this moment you will be ready for so many things. You will be ready for anything, and you will realize why your hands were tied down because of the certain situations in your life that you will keep on doing, keep on carry on, but it was keep on making you unhappy. So now you will be ready for everything. Very passionate. Passion is going to come back, and your wishes are going to be fulfilled. And there is a certain ending that is going to be connected to this new certain ending, which is going to become a whole new beginning. Remember all those doors that are going to start opening, beautiful doors with the beautiful colors, very, very colorful. Every single door will open for you, and you will be mind-blowing. It will be a mind-blowing time, absolutely mind-blowing time, because you will realize certain things in life that you were missing. And this is why this is so important, okay? The third part of February is also important, because there's a journey, certain journey that you're going to plan to go on to, and that particular journey is also going to be very important, because there is a spiritual message waiting for you when you go to that particular journey. Get lapis lazuli. I highly recommend lapis lazuli, especially when you're so spiritually connected, especially when you're so intuitive like your month is going to be. Lapis lazuli you can get on my website. This also comes with a sterling silver setting and sterling silver chain. And lapis lazuli is actually going to help you to get to understand your spiritual messages even more, and to enhance your third psychic eye, and to help with your intuition and understand your messages even more. This is something that I highly recommend, because you have a journey, spiritual journey, that you will plan to go on to at the end of February 2018. It may not happen at the end of February, but as long as you plan it at this time, the energy, the spiritual powerful energy is still going to be attached to it. Okay, and the third thing that and also what else I was going to see, there is some justice. You're going to have your justice, something that you've been waiting for, whether it's a court, whether it's someone needs to decide something, whoever needs to decide something about you that you've been waiting for. Expect the good news at the end of February. You're getting your justice, Virgos. You're getting your justice. Okay, and one more thing I wanted to say, for those of you that are in relationship, I already said there is something very big that you're going to have to work work on. There is something very big that you're going to have to work on, that you are unsatisfied and happy when it comes to your partner. Now this is going to be the time to actually start working on this, and there is a certain big problem that is going to be discussed, that you will want to discuss, something that you maybe don't like to talk about normally. And also for those of you that are actually single and ready to mingle, you will be socializing a lot, Virgos, my gorgeous Virgos, from throughout February 2018, but especially the beginning of February and the last part of February are going to be very, very significant, my gorgeous Virgos, because there is someone very, very, very cool you're going to meet. Someone very special is going to manifest, someone very passionate, someone very gorgeous, someone very smart, intelligent, interesting, somebody very passionate. Somebody is going to make you feel completely different to everyone else so far, and you will rediscover love. You will rediscover the beautiful feeling. You will rediscover those beautiful butterflies in your stomach. As soon as you meet this person, you will know exactly what I mean. You will meet this person through your friends, or there are going to be other people around, and it is just going to make you feel really, really good. And the things, once after you meet this person, you will feel like you know each other for a long time, and the things are going to start moving on really, really fast, and you will surprise yourself. Thank you ever so much for watching, my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Virgos. I love you to bits. Okay, and basically, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you already haven't done so. Share me on Facebook, Twitter, wherever you like, and also don't forget to comment in the comment section. Thank you ever so much for watching. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.